Поехали. Будем разбираться с этими товарищами.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally
Okay.
betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you
Обезьяна.
sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Ну, аж, блин, подставил.
Боже, стойки
Stop it.
прокачивали, ё-моё.
You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic
Pedomorph.
friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
That is precisely
Давай четвертый вариант.
the
Да, я тоже так думаю.
negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Давай просто довольно откроем мне дверь в порт. Вот, товарищ внизу.
Я думаю, что четвертая.
Your mouth moves, but
Ну,
the
давай.
one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself
Ну
remains.
так зачем он?
Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it. Does this remind you of someone?
Тина.
The guy down there?
Третья.
Look at
Да,
my
думаю, что.
chronology.
Давай.
I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Убейте, он
You
же.
gave the world
Какой-то Хонор.
eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser
Camille.
cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Да, он совершенно прав.
Да.
Не будем его переубеждать,
Enough
просто его
with
мозг уже
this
настроен.
begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Ой, бро.
Bring your
Что
troops
это
to
нас
the
тут
Gemini
промыли?
Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshached's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Давай попробуем. Понять бы,
The
что это
best
значит.
idea.
Современная расовая теория. Современная расовая теория. Не. Ну давай попробуем.
Ask what
Oh.
kind of races there are first.
А хоть что-то мы умеем.
Classification is core to this stuff.
Помоги мне разобраться в расах, бро.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
Да ладно, чил, сейчас все будет.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Ныряем в котел.
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about Type A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Окей.
Yeah, I
Просвети.
mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street
А я вообще не понимаю,
in
что
Maun
он
cities like
говорит, блин.
wearing
Мне
wooden
прям
clogs
мозгу
on their
боль.
feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Ясно, понятно.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensity.
Где он там? Сигарет бесконечный, что ли? Я не
The
пал
other
в
large
какой-то мусор.
mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
Продолжаем впитывать.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Идеальные ящеры.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholiers, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Часть et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Есть подозрение, что изначально эта игра была про реальность, действительность. Но когда она там вышла, ее, наверное, даже тогда не пустили. Землистые. Чего? Давай.
To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
Да, прикинь, наш персонаж 4 часа назад проснулся, ну, может быть, 5. Весь бухой, страдает, наверное, там. И ему теперь такой чувак рассказывает, как устроен.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco
Но он
and for eating
в личках,
potatoes.
возможно, что-то имеется в виду.
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron, too mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
82 тысячи лет на этой планете.
Угу.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Что это была за революция?
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes.
Ну как
A
Веган,
soft,
только вышел на
sponge-like
какой-то
mass
новый
of
уровень.
dementia, hallucination,
Познал
and
всё.
paranoia.
Этот мир мне абсолютно понятен.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoiko to the Occidentals, but not sexually, probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity.
Ну все, теперь ныряем.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Конечно, не будем.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Так, да.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian.
Скажем, что мы прозрели.
Вознеслись.
Блин, проблеваться надо с такой рукой.
А давай поговорим с этим, что он думает про этого товарища. Типа,
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
ну ладно. Так, а чё, вот громила внизу его товарищ?
Я не знаю. Ячейку дерева идей?
Так, да, это что какое-то.
Что?
Страница, ладно. Помнишь, была какая-то карта? Ёшкин кот рисунки. Вот карта. Ага. Так. Опа, нажимай на белом фоне.
Ничего.
Не нажимать, да? Грубая сила, опасная эмпатия. Мгм.
А что? Так, ну
Вот.
вот это оно получается.
Ничего себе.
О,
Чё это
целых
получается?
работ пластических красок уже в твоей голове пустынные пигмеи, играющие собственными фекалиями, жонглирующие картошкой и гой.
Да. Манулы какие-то. Вороватые путки. Так, и получается, что надо... А, смотри, время исследования 1 час 40 минут. Можно попытаться поспать.
Мгм.
Ладно, там у нас за этими воротами задание про профсоюзы. Давайте тогда посмотрим про наркотики. Вот. У каких водителей или еще. Вот внизу вроде бы все у нас, да? станция Группа.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Что тут происходит?
It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Да, давай второй.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Мелочи для рабочего класса.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly.
Мгм.
Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on. They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Мгм. Ну, судя по всему, он тут давно. Давай про мертвеца узнаем.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Мгм.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him. Relax. He's merely joking.
Круто. Давай вторая.
Не, ну блин.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Ну, энциклопедия. Давай.
Good
Листнем.
eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool.
Давай про
He
костюмчик.
thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Ну, я думаю, все.
Угу.
Don't be a stranger.
Так, давай туда. Вдоль этой пробки вниз пройдем. Или, может, еще есть. Местный торгаш.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, the name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Как же это?
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one
Прикольный.
more thing, officer,
Так, давай.
you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Не, давай про это не будем говорить. Ага.
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
Вспомнить бы
You
еще.
like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Угу.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Давай про скидки.
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
Да, без смысла.
Yes, it's a business secret. Let him keep it.
Угу.
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Второе.
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Давай знаем. Ага.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
Ох, як.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Первое.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I'm not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
Крутые парни защищают бизнесменов. М?
Опять все такое концептуальное, философское.
М. Давай 5. Такое ощущение, что особо толка с ним говорить нет.
Да, давай лучше первое.
Ага.
Уже разговаривать.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods at competitive prices.
Такой
Anything
пошли
for
сня.
you. Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revolution.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samoan Isola.
Звучит неплохо. Давай, да, не будем вспоминать.
Very cool. I like your
Расовая
style,
округа.
officer.
Российская, то есть. Риторика. Ну ладно.